You put up some pretty good numbers on Monday nights over the years. Is it still special to play on a Monday night in front of a national audience?
As long as we win, that's all that matters to me. But it's every child's dream, or every kid's dream growing up, and just visualizing playing on Monday night. I can remember, for me growing up, obviously in Atlanta, and just, sorry about that. But, just growing up, and anticipating Monday Night Football, and I really didn't understand the sport like that. I just knew it was a big deal. I'm drawing a blank right now. I remember they had the theme song with my man with the cowboy hat. Yeah. Are you ready for some football? Yeah, I was like, it's a good sauce, good swag right there. You know what I'm saying? I might bring my cowboy hat, for Monday night too. So.
We'll play 2013 against the Patriots on Monday night. Ron was talking about the other day that he said maybe one of the best runs I've ever seen. What do you remember about that play in the moment?
I was just trying to make a play, to be honest. And too much is not too much has changed. Just trying to find a way to keep the drive alive. Coach Schuler says it best when the offense stays on the field. Good things happen. For obvious reasons, and that's what all I was just trying to do.
This defense right now is ranked #1 in the league. I mean, how much of a benefit is it to you guys? Obviously, it's a huge benefit, but I mean, to be able to have a defense like that, where they're going to hold a lot of teams.
I think that I take that as a challenge. So. It's taking us our time to catch up. We're trying to be #1 offense. Why not? That's every offense's goal each and every year. But you see the specimens that's going out there each and every drive, from Pep to TD, Luke, KK, Starlito. Chuck, all those guys, man, those guys are playing an unbelievable team unit football, and that's what we need. But as a whole, collectively, we just got to play, as a team, complementary football, as coaches always says. And if we do that, then everything on Monday will go as planned.
I was asking you the other day after the game, just what allows you mentally to put your body at risk. And I know you've been doing it all your career, but. Right. You ever had moments when you did have fear of launching yourself or doing something crazy like that?
Yeah, I did. But you have to ask yourself, I would rather have that feeling of doing it and having fear and getting the fear over with, rather than looking back and saying, man, I wish I would have did that, so to speak. This year more than any other year, just been focused on overall wellness. Come game time, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So by any means necessary, I have that mentality. Having a conversation with, close loved ones, this past couple of days, and, I realized, I'm not really trying to be the best, quarterback to a degree. And I say that with all respect. I'm just trying to be the best football player I could possibly be. And that's what makes me different, having the ability to run the football, having the ability to pass, and just put my team in the best situation to keep and to stay on the field. When you got guys like Christian McCaffrey, you got guys like Fun, you got guys like, Eddie Kane and intricate roles, intricate pieces, in this offense that allows me to do what I do and pick time, so to speak. I don't feel worn down. It's just all about making the right play at the right time. So when my number is called, I have to make sure that, #1, I keep in mind, my duties for this team, and then trying to put this offense in the best shape as possible.
When you say big times, it appears if you break contain, you'll look for a landing spot. But if it's a first down or a touchdown, you're more apt to launch. Do you consciously feel that way, or?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to learn over the years. you know, in my position, it's easy, you know, to kind of get sidetracked and think that, you know, here's a guy that's smaller than me, you know, I could, you know, whatever, you know, just throw my body into somebody. But if it's not, like you said, if it's not for a first down or a touchdown, you know, I kind of gear back, so to speak, and get prepared for the next play. And that's kind of been my mentality, and will continuously be my mentality.
So you learned that. Was there a hit that made you think that, or watching film, or thinking?
You
hey,
guys.
Okay.
You guys. I'm getting tired of hearing you guys talk about it. So I figured, you know, I give in, I be the bigger man, and just start sliding. So you won, media.
Cam, you talked about wellness and kind of big picture. You are doing a lot of stretching post-surgery now, and just kind of curious about how you've adjusted to that. It seems like a pretty extensive routine.
It is. And, you know, for me, and I don't want to, you know, speak outside of myself, but when I see other people with you know, shoulder injuries, I feel their pain, man. I understand it because I still have, you know, pain in my shoulder time to time, you know, whether from sleeping on it to, you know, just the rigors of practice or even a game. So it's a constant rehab, a rehabilitation state that, you know, you just don't say, okay, after 4 or 5 weeks, you're going to be at 100%. You know, me mentally, come game time, I feel 100%. But, you know, it's those Tuesdays, Mondays, getting out of bed and, you know, taking the kids to school and realizing, like, God. But, you know, with the help of RV, with the help of, you know, having a great plan, you know, during practice and leading up into the game, you know, I'm okay, I'm fine.
How long is that process? Before practice or before a game, how long is that process of getting your body ready?
I never really, like, counted. You know, I go off of what exercises I'm supposed to do after certain exercises. You know, you never really say I take 2 minutes to do this, 1 minute to do that, 20 seconds to do this, 30 seconds to do that. You know, it's just, you know, the repetition of things going back after, you know, certain other motions and movements that I do, and however long it takes. And sometimes I have longer stretch rather than other times, but, you know, I try to get them all in at the same time.
Your rushing attempts have increased through the season. Ron was saying on Monday that's not by design. A lot of times you're just making that decision and going. Is your success in that now at this point of the season based on you maybe being healthier than you were at the start because of the shoulder and that sort of thing? As your health has kind of gotten more?
No, this is another media thing. You know, to be honest, I think it was a lot that was made of, you know, is Cam going to run? Is he going to limit, you know, Cam's rushes? And, you know, from week one, I was ready to rock and roll, you know. But it's not up to me. I still stay in my place with being a player first and trying to maximize the play that's called. But, you know, as far as me being ready to go or the workload increasing, it's just the confidence of the coaches. The more that they see me with the scrambles or, you know, the little cue runs or whatever, and they see everything's holding up, that gives them confidence to call it even more. In my book, in my eyes, just like any other playmaker or any other person that wants the ball in their hands, I feel like I could do it every single play, but you just have to be smart. And, you know, as long as I keep giving those guys confidence and I feel as if that this team is getting put in the best position with the design quarterback runs, then, you know, I just got to make sure I protect myself and, you know, get as much yards as possible.
Cam, I got a fun question for you. After you got that rushing score this past Sunday, you kind of seemed to dunk the ball over True Fun. And Steph Curry tweeted out, he said, Cam out there dunking on people now. I'll have to ask him what that feeling's like later, hashtag I play below the rim. Did you talk to him about that? And if so, how did it feel?
I have not. I've seen it, you know, but for my basketball ability, yeah, I can dunk, but I would rather be able to shoot like Steph. You know, I think we all are, you know what I'm saying? Because I still watch, you know, and not to get off topic, but I watch basketball in disbelief of, you know, just what not only Steph does, but everybody affiliated with the Golden State Warriors, you know. That team is a great unit, and you know, we try to mimic that certain times as well. You know, just seeing how those guys fluctuate with each other, and that chemistry is undeniable.
When's the last time you played basketball?
I can't answer that question.
Is it part of the contract?
Huh?
Are you allowed to contractually, or is it?
I just can't answer that question. I'd rather not answer that question.
Curtis Samuel got his most snaps of the season on Sunday. Do you feel like that relationship with him is really coming along?
We'll be cushion. Yeah, I think he's getting better. I know he's in the position right now where he's ready to take that next step. Guys like Kirko, guys like C-Mac, those guys aren't labeled as rookies. Yeah, it may be rookies on paper, but their impact for our team is not what a regular rookie, should have. So he's, being forced in certain situations, and I think it's going to be good for him in the long haul. So, he's already a step ahead of his learning curve of knowing what to do, how to do it, blocking assignments, catching and route running. We just got to find ways to get him the ball because he is a dynamic player, along with all the other rookies that's making an impact for us right now.
Some previous quarterbacks don't like the label running quarterback. You seem to, as long as you're winning, you don't care how it's done. Older guys in the past that
Correct.
Fight don't want to be Randall Cunningham or Michael Vick or Steve Young. A guy like
I could care less. Look, you give me 50 yards rushing, 0 yards passing, and the Carolina Panthers win. It's an unbelievable day in my day. You give me 300, 400 yards passing, and even 100 yards rushing, and we lose. I'm miserable. I've had those games. You know what I'm saying? Those games aren't good, statistically, and probably for the people that's out there for fantasy. But me personally, I would rather win. I only play this game for one reason and one reason only. Anybody that plays it for other reasons, that's their reason. But I just want to win. I want to win at everything as much time as I put in this game, as much as from time away from family, from time away from whatever, all the energy that's put into this, I want to win every single time I step out there on that football field. So I don't care whether it's coming from the legs, from my arm, from somebody else. If they're wearing Carolina Panthers colors and they're on, our scoreboard and when the clock strikes 0 and we're winning, I'm fine.
Can you imagine doing the things you do, running the ball at Tom Brady's age?
We just got to get there. And Brady's, how old is he, 40? Man, I don't know, he may be Benjamin Buttons, man. He just look like a GQ model still, right? Like, golly, I ain't seen no gray. I ain't seen nothing. I look at DA, man, he full of gray already. After 2 or 3 kids, man. So I don't know. I gotta. As a matter of fact, shout out to Tom Brady. He sent me one of his books. So I am reading up on that, trying to find out the cheat codes of pliability, as he says it in his book.
Cam, this is your 7th season as Panthers quarterback. What's the special thing you see right now in this locker room to make believe that this team is going to another playoff run?
To be honest, it's games like this. It's games like this, where, you kind of feel the buzz around the community. Everybody's like on edge, primetime game, and we're peaking right when we're supposed to peak. But, we're going to need the help of everybody, all hands on deck, as Coach Schuler says, from teammates as well as fans that, come Monday night, everybody's juiced up and ready to rock and roll because, we owe it to ourselves, number one. We owe it to, our fans to make sure that they're proud to represent us. And, over the time, I've just been seeing, the energy grow and grow and grow. And, with this being my 7th year, you got that kind of special feel to a season. With the veteran leadership that we have, I feel as if we can't do no wrong. Because we don't even need coaches half the time, because you got the likeness of Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, obviously Frazier, and a lot of other guys. Khalil is a big asset for us. And, you know, they just do a great job collectively with leading that team. So, you know, this game coming up is the most important game, but it's going to be a big game for us to, you know, to prove to not only ourselves but the fans that we're the real deal.
Cam, I kind of remember where you were at the end of last season. You made no bones that you kind of needed a sabbatical. Is football fun again for you now?
I think it's fun for everybody, you know. And like I said, you kind of get that feel throughout seasons. Like, you know, we're getting this play, this person's making plays. You get this person that you really didn't think about making plays. And when I say making plays, these aren't the sports center plays. I'm talking about guys sticking their head and making blocks and knowing their assignments and knowing their roles. And you know, making a big impact for this team. So it's not necessarily fun for me. I just like the way that this team is forming together, you know, especially what's been happening in the recent weeks of whatever. This team has not been disconnected by no means. We've came together, still striving, knowing that we haven't played our best brand of football yet. Defensively, they've been giving the offense unbelievable opportunities, and we're going to need that. And we just find ways to win football games, and that's what we want to be known for.
Thank you.
Sure.